What's going on, YouTube land? I am Reco Chapple. Thanks for logging on to House of Chappelle TV. I took that pause right there because I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna come at y'all with this bullshit. This video is about Michael motherfucking Costello. So if y'all look at my last video about the BET Awards, I actually talked about Michael Costello, Black China wearing Michael Costello, and how black people shouldn't be wearing his things because pretty much he's called people niggas publicly. Well, not necessarily publicly, but he has had altercations with people on social media in their DMs and in the streets of LA about calling them a nigga. So I spoke on it. So I'm just gonna give y'all a history about me and Michael Costello. I pretty much met Michael Costello through the Braxtons. Pretty much to one to call him, I was working on some stuff for Tony. Could I sew in his workroom? So that he was like, yeah, no problem. Because when you're on these reality shows like Project Runway and the fashion show, which I was on, it's almost like you in this club. So you're cool. We know the struggles that you go through being on television. This is that and the third, the ups and downs. People flying you here and there, never the proper accommodations. So yeah, you can use my studio. So pretty much during the process of me using, it is so hot in here, honey. These lights. And during the process of me using his studio, I met his intern at the time, Walter Mendez. So I was working in there. We was kicking, we was playing along, everything, you know, teaching them a couple of things here and there because, you know, I sew extremely fast or whatever. So it got weird during the process. So I was on the phone with the Braxton's accountant and people stuff, and I had to go out because we was talking about budgets and stuff like that. And so when I came back, not Walter, but Michael came up to me and said, so did you have a budget for this? And I just looked at him and said, yeah, I don't do anything for free. Because my thing is, that's so disrespectful. Like, why would you ask somebody, do you have a budget? And then he had the nerve to say, how much? I said, I can't discuss that information with you because I'm under a non-disclosure contract. And I wasn't. It's just the respect of my client. And I already know, girl, you be doing work for her for free and for everybody else for free. So I was not finna even go there. And then I already know how the girls go do in LA. They're gonna say, oh, you charging $5, bitch, I'm gonna charge you $3.50. So no, we're not even gonna have that. So once I saw that, something felt type of, you know, a little weird or whatever. So when I came in town the next time to work on her stuff, that girl went out to the phone. So I just paid it as if he was busy or whatever. And so it's been a couple of times to where I was in, we was both showing in New York Fashion Week. I'm like, hey, you showing in New York Fashion Week? I'm here, I'm showing as well. If you can come to my show. I think my show is before yours. You know, come by. He was like, you know, I'm super busy. I'm sorry, I can't make it, blah, blah, blah. And when I finished my show, I said, well, if you need a helping hand, I'm here. I'll help you out. You know, just on the strength that he opened his doors to me to sew. So I was just like, you know, it is what it is. Oh, girl, it is. I'm telling you, I ain't have on the air today, honey, and I just turned it on because I knew these lights was going to be beaming in on me. And it is like about 1,000 degrees in here. And so he was just like, no, I got it covered. This is that and the third. And I'm like, well, can I go ahead and I'm going to come on up to your show? And there was no response. I hit Walter Mendez up on DM, and then Walter Mendez was talking via DM, and he will respond, but it was just like trying to get confirmation for the show. And evidently, somebody said something. We'll put it like this: I ain't go to the motherfucking show, which I paid it because I had shit to do. Hopped on the plane. Actually, I think I hopped on the plane earlier and came back home to Atlanta. And so a couple of years later, when everything went down, the Married to Medicine situation, this is that and the third, I moved to LA. So when I moved to LA, I would see Walter Mendez. I mean, I'm always, because they like two peas in a pot. No, well, not really. Since they hung together, I always get their names confused. So we'll see Michael Costello on the streets or whatever. He always would speak, you know, always was cordial. He was always dropping the dime and saying some bullshit about somebody else. Which some of the stuff I knew was a lie because I knew some of these people, but I would just kind of nod my head because you know, I'll be like, I don't even want to start no beef with these hoes out here in LA because I don't know if they about their life like I am. So we ain't even gonna do that, and I'm here by myself. You know, bitches probably try to roll up on me downtown on 9th and Maple with about a truckload full of motherfucking Mexicans whoop my ass, bitch, and I don't have nobody to help me. So I was like, I'm gonna keep it cool, you know, I'm gonna keep it cool, bitch. So it was one time that I was with Tony Braxton's assistant, Zoe. I was showing him the showroom that I was going to get in LA. We happened to run into Michael Costello. We was on the floor where him and his workshop is, and then Walter Mendez showroom at the time. The door opened, the elevator door opened. It was Walter Mendez. He was going to walk out. He looked at both of us, and he let that bitch close. And mind you, I lived in the same building that Walter Mendez was in. And it was very, hey, how you doing? It was very cordial, very just what it was. But after that moment, when I mean to tell you, this motherfucker didn't say damn near 2 words. When I spoke to him, he was very much like, hey. And I used to be like, bitch, like, what's wrong? But at that moment, when that door closed, honey, Michael Costello dog Walter Mendez out. Said that he was a thief. He stole his patterns. He stole his clients. He was doing this. His boyfriend's a whore. He was just going in. And I looked at my homeboy like, bitch, it's time to go. Like, cause for real, bitch, like, it's time to go. Cause he was just going in, and I was just like, oh, he mad because truth of the matter is, people can say what they want to say about Walter Mendez, but when I mean to tell you, that's the most professional motherfucker that I've ever met in my life. His showroom is amazing. His clothes are amazing. Do I fuck with him? No, because he's shady as hell. But I think his whole professionalism and his design work is cute. Is it similar to Michael Costello's? Yes. I mean, it is what it is. But he interned with Michael, so I definitely get it. And that type of work, it's about 20 Michael Costellos and Walter Mendez walking around the streets of LA, so it is what it is. So back to the story. So one of my homegirls had a birthday party, you know, in LA, and she was like, we want to, I think it was Fogo de Chao, Bottega Louis. We was one of them little expensive ass restaurants downtown. Was just like, cause I live right around the corner from all those places. So she was like, Reco, come to my birthday party, put on some clothes, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, here we go. So I was just like, cool. So nobody really never invited me nowhere. So I was like, hey, this is going to be a time for me to dress up and kill these folks. And I was like, who was going to be there? He was like, Richard. She was like, Richard. Richard, which is Michael Costello's ex-boyfriend, and Walter Mendez. And I was like, oh, shit, here we go. I was like, okay. And there was a new chick named... that I met named Tiffany, a model that used to model for Michael Costello. So I already knew walking into the situation, it was going to be a bash Michael type of situation. But, you know, I'm going to hear what they got to say because I'm going to be honest, they can't really say shit that's going to shock me. So I goes up into, I think it was Bottega Louis. I rolled up in there looking shitty shaved in a motherfucker, honey. Had on me a little nice, you know, me and my suits, my little Jimmy Choo and all them good David Yorn bracelets and all that good shit, you know, smelling all good, my Chanel blue on. They was jocking, it was what it was. So funny, me and Walter Mendez sat next to each other, and I was just like, Walter, what is the tea? Like, we was cool at one point, a couple of years ago, and then now you act like you brother can say 2 words to me. And he was like, and one thing I can respect about him, he said, Reco, I'm gonna tell you the absolute truth. He said, when that motherfucking elevator door opened, he didn't say motherfucker, because, you know, he's very much like, I forgot his nationality. But he's very, well, you know, when the elevator door opened and I was finna step out, when I saw you talking to Michael and I saw that y'all was kikiing and being good friends with each other, you know, I just said, you know what, I can't deal with him because he's been trying to do me in. And I couldn't say, well, girl, yeah, he did say so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. I was just like, oh, I said, I get it, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not out here to make no enemies. I'm friends with everybody. This is that and the third. I don't want to do shit that y'all doing. I do affordable, ready to wear. This is that and the third. So y'all can have y'all what y'all want to do because everything that y'all done, I done 10 years ago. I said, I don't compete with nobody but myself. So it is what it is. But my homegirl later told me, she was just like, honey, it don't work like that here, honey. Bitches want you to pick sides. And I'm like, pick sides? I'm 39 motherfucking years old. So you trying to tell me bitches going to dictate who I hang around? And she was pretty much like, yeah. I said, ooh, wow, well, that's just, me and Walter just want to be fucking with each other then. But out of being the respectful person that I am, when I saw him in my building, when I saw him in his store, passing the store, because I rode around on my hoverboard, I always would say, hey, his high was very lackluster. His boyfriend always would say, you know, don't mind him, he just don't know you, etc., 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 this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. But when we was flirting and shit, it was all good back in the day. But I get it. You don't want to get to know me that well because you saw me kikiing with Michael Costello. Okay. So it is what it is. And it's some more shit that went on. We ain't gonna talk about it. We finna speed it up to while I'm giving y'all this damn video. So let me pull out these motherfucking invoices so y'all can cash in these invoices and get these receipts, honey. So I did a video last week or whatever about the BT Awards and all these people wearing these white designers at the BT Awards. This is that and the third. And it just so happened that Michael Costello came up. And what the topic was about, I don't get why black people is ignoring the fact that he called people niggas back in the day. And it's the same shit with John Galliano. When John Galliano said that thing about the Jews, calling them all types of names, he was out of there. Even though Michael is the creative director of his own house, but John Galliano was out of Christian Dior the next motherfucking day. And so, and you know, I was just really puzzled, you know, like, why is people doing this for the BET Awards? If you're gonna order them in your personal life, and this is that and third, and you bragging about it, and you got bitches like Kato Mama Lou, let's take House of Chappelle out of the question, out of the situation. You got all these other black designers that can use the publicity, and you gonna wear this nigga shit? Really? So that was my whole reason of doing the small part of the video about this. And you know, honey, I love writing up these goddamn invoices, honey. So I'm gonna try to roll a little clip what the and give y'all this Instagram of the blog people that did this, because they DM me and that's how I found out about the situation. So with that being said, honey, I got a call this morning, and I was just like, I was busy, so let me call you back or whatever. And I'm gonna roll these texts on the motherfucking screen. I said, give me a second, because I didn't know who number this was. So it says, well, everyone is busy doing something. I just want to point out the fact that I've been nothing but a friend to you. I've never done anything. I've never said anything bad about you. I've always tried to give you good advice, not only because we work with the same people, but we worked in the same industry. I've let you know, I've let you use my sewing machine to create designs and work as late as you want, which he did. I'm shocked and disappointed on your social media post about me and the word, oh Lord, linked off. Where's that? Okay, hold on. Ciao. I'm disappointed in your social media post about me and the words that you said. Furthermore, I think we both know that when a client has a budget and wants to pay you for a dress, we never turn to fight with them unless it's an issue. There's no reason for me to turn down a paying client. For someone I do not have any issues with. I'm not expecting an apology from you. I don't expect an apology from you. I don't expect anything from you at all. I don't even want to ask for an explanation of why you did what you did. Instead, I just want to say, God bless you and may you find whatever you are looking for. So, girl, I'm sweating, girl. So, I replied, the post was nothing. The post was oh gosh, the post was about you using the N word, babe. Not about a dress. Check your facts, then hit me back, and then I sent him the video. And so, okay, let's go back to reiterate to going on about this text. So you, out of this whole text, he didn't even mention anything about him saying no, calling people niggas on Instagram. And oh, I forgot to tell you, Miss Tiffany, honey, he don't cuss her out, call her all types of bitches and niggas as well. And I also heard this from Walter Mendez and his ex-boyfriend Richard as well. Baby, I got motherfucking receipts. So he never mentioned one time that he has said or didn't say. He didn't even admit to it. He didn't say he said it. So which leads me to believe, nigga, you said it. It is what it is. And girl, and I'm gonna tell y'all about the dress that Blac Chyna had on, and I'm gonna give you a comparison of her. I'm show you a dress on her later on. You know, let me go on. Let me go on. So he replied, whatever, I know you said what you said. Bitch, I know I said what I'm responding to all this shit. I knew I said what I said, but I didn't backpedal. Bitch, I know I said I put it on this camera and then I put it on YouTube and somebody took it from YouTube and put it on Instagram. So I know I said it. So I don't backpedal and pussy pop on shit. So, and then I put, and I know you said what you said. God bless you. God bless you, Reco, and good luck because you're going to need it. I'm already blessed, sir. And this is kill me when people say that. Don't say God bless me and you really don't mean it. Because it just really shows what type of nasty, vindictive person you is. So he gonna say, stop texting me. I said, ho, stop texting me, bye. Now listen to this shit. You just mad because China actually paid for pieces and you had to beg her to wear your cheap shit. Bitch. Let me repeat that, bitch, if you didn't hear me, honey. You mad because China actually paid for pieces and you had to beg her to wear your shit. Okay, let's get something absolutely clear. That dress that Blac Chyna had on evidently didn't fit because it was rotting all up in her ass. Now, I will tell you this. Working with Blac Chyna, she isn't as big as people think. She's really tiny. She's really tiny. Her ass is just big. So guess what? Michael Costello. Oh, that is Michael Costello girl. She was able to fit in a sample piece. Like she was able to fit in my sample pieces that I took her. And so, girl, and actually, to be honest, to give you a little bit more further in the detail with the whole me working with Blac Chyna situation, my homeboy Kellen called me and said, I need you to do me a favor because that's what we did. Kellen have done favors for me. Walter, my fashion show, have done hair for photo shoots. He did Toya for HOC magazine. We're going to try to slide that on across the screen. And so he called me and I said, you know what? I'll do it. And he was like, you know what? Everything go well. We're going to try to get you a bid for this wedding dress. This is that and the third. I said, you know, no problem. I'm here. I ain't doing shit in LA. Let's go on up. Give me the address to Calabasas. I'm going to pop up. And luckily, I know what size she is because she had just had the baby. And from the BET Awards, she was way smaller than when I was dealing with her. So, like I said, I just laughed or whatever. I said, she probably looked a mess. Michael Costello wrote this. She probably looked a mess in your cheap shit. I said, what I wrote? Ha ha ha. What? I don't know what. Ha ha ha. They called me darling. They called me darling. I don't know what I was writing. I probably was doing something and responded to him. I block you so I got the Michael wrote. I block you so I got the last message trick. Okay, so my petty ass. Yes, I'm telling you, bitches, I went down the petty road. And I'm going to try to bleep out some of these cuss words. Girl, you forgot. I got 2 phones. I got 2 phones, honey. So what I did, I text that fool a picture of my beautiful ensemble that Blac Chyna had on. And I text a picture of his. her with his shit on. And mind you, she did get on everybody's list. She got one of the worst dress at the BET Awards. So let me see. Hold on. Let me see what I wrote. So let's see. I said, cheap, ha. Compare this, you pussy ass nigga. Hashtag unbothered. Foolishness. Because at this point, I'm like, girl, you know, I'm really just kind of over this. Because you already blocked me from Instagram. Which, who blocks people from Instagram? I got about 5 other pages, girl. I just go look and see if you wanted to talk shit on Instagram, because it's going to be a problem. So he going to respond, so you bothered by it, that's why you text me from a different number. You're a cheap excuse for a designer. You should apply at Joann's and work in the arts and crafts session for those tacky wigs you glue to your scalp. Oh, girl, that was a good one, girl. That was a good one. I said, girl, catch me outside. I said, catch me out in them streets. I said, catch me out in them streets. Which we all know what that means. Catch me out in them streets don't mean I'm going to whoop your ass when I see you. Catch me out in them streets meaning that when I see you, I want you to have as much lip on this damn text situation as you'll have in person. That's what catch me outside means. So, and he gonna respond, I will, you little bitch boy scooter, which I will on your little bitch boy scooter, which means I rode my hoverboard all the time downtown. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna just tell you like this, Michael Costello. We already know what the deal is, and you don't even want none. It's okay. I want y'all to take a look at this Black China shit. Black China and Michael Costello and Black China and House of Chapelle. And I want y'all to leave y'all comments down below. And I'm just gonna be honest, black people, there's no way that y'all should support this man after he don't call a whole group of people niggas. And I'm oh, you know what? I love bringing invoices, writing invoices and bringing the receipts to the table, honey. And I'm going to flash on this screen all the stuff that's in them blogs. So, anyway, that's the part of the video, girl. I just thought I thought it was real funny on this Sunday, honey. I didn't even want to come to y'all with a darn crazy ass video, and especially with his lame ass. But at the end of the day, this video really ain't even about Miss Michael Costello. It's about, you know, just to let y'all know what go on behind the scenes. For 17 years, I've kept my mouth shut about a lot of stuff that go on. A lot of stuff. And I never said anything. But for the past couple of years, it's been coming back to me that it's been coming back biting me in the ass that I should have said something years ago. And I remember when the whole nigga situation went down with Michael Costello, the first people that I text was the Braxtons. I text Tamar to one. I text all the sisters at the same time because they always supported him, which they always supported me too. And, you know, it's just funny to this day that Tamar still wears his stuff. I love them girls to death. Y'all know I ride or die for the Braxtons. But it just still scratches my head. Like, really? Y'all still wear his shit? I don't get it. You know, oh, and I'm gonna also tell y'all, and maybe I can cut this and put this part in the video. When we was on the Braxtons together, me and Michael Costello, he was supposed to make stuff for Tony for the tour, and I was making stuff for it as well. Because Tony is very loyal. She was friends with both of us. And she requested some things, and we opened that box. They want shit she asked for. So she was just like, I can't deal with that. I can't do anything about it. So he texted me and was just like, is she mad at me? I didn't respond because that wasn't none of my business. You fucked that up, Michael Costello. So you mad that I was getting paid for Tony. You mad that you fucked up on the tour. You turn around, you calling people niggas. You put Black China in this ill-fitting ass dress. You want to be mad at me because I said something? girl, kill yourself. You'll be all right. And girl, let me tell you, you probably really want to stop it here because the real tea that I know, we're not even going to put it all on the internet like that. We know about videos, this is that and the third. So we're going to stop it right there, girl. And like I said, catch me out in them streets in LA and I will see you. We shop at the same places and we know the same people. Thanks for logging on to House of Chappelle TV on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with his friends and leave y'all comments in the bottom, honey. Make sure y'all share this video with everybody, child. This is a good, juicy, good shit.